How should you actually get started with vibe coding? So this question just came up in my live this morning. I want to give you a quick summary. If you're just starting, if you've never touched code, if you have no idea what you're doing, that's absolutely fine. Start with something like Lovable. Lovable is my personal preference for this because it kind of does everything out of the box. They have something called Lovable Cloud, which deals with the back end, like databases, that kind of stuff, as well as allowing you to make AI applications inside of Lovable without needing to worry about API keys or anything like that. If you hear the word backend and database and API key and you're like, I don't know what they are, then Lovable is probably a good place to start. At some point, after you've been using Lovable for weeks, months or whatever, you will probably hit some kind of limitation. So you can do an awful lot with Lovable, but you might find I actually want to build something that isn't natively built in Lovable, or I want a bit more control. I want to get access to my code base. I want to be able to do some interesting things. At this point, have a look at Cursor. So I don't recommend Cursor as the best place to start because it's a little bit intimidating. If you've never used code, if you've never coded at all, you'll open it up and you'll be like, Jesus, what the hell is that? So I recommend as the next step, once you're feeling kind of comfortable with the idea of building. So I'd start with Lovable and then move to Cursor if and when you feel the need to do so. Inside of Cursor, I personally run something called Claude Code. You don't need to do this. You can use the inbuilt AI inside of Cursor, but I would consider that kind of the next step, working out how to use Claude Code. So that's 1, 2, 3. You've got Lovable, followed by Cursor, followed by Claude Code. That would be the route that I would take. Whether or not you need to learn to code, I'll cover that in another video because that's a big task.